My Lord Bishop, Reverend Fathers, Reverend Mothers, Your Excellencies, my Lord Mayor, ladies and gentlemen, and fellow peasants. Tim Finnegan lived in Walking Street, a gentleman Irish mighty odd. Well, he had a brogue both rich and sweet, and to rise in the world he carried a heart. But Tim had a bit of a tibble on the way, with the love of the liquor he was born. And to send the monies away each day, the drop of the creator every morn. Whack full of dough with your dance to your partners around the floor with your throat and shake. Isn't it the truth? I tell you, lots of fun and Finnegan's awake. One morning Tim was rather full. His head felt heavy which made him shake. He fell off the ladder and he broke his skull. Then they carried him home, his corpse to wake. Well, they wrapped him up in a nice clean sheet, and they laid him out upon the bed, with a bottle of whiskey at his feet and a bottle of porter on his head. Whack full of dough with hands to your partners around the floor with your throat and shake. Isn't it the truth? I tell you, lots of fun at Finnegan's wake. Well, his friends assembled at the wake, and Mrs. Finnegan called for lunch. Well, first she brought them tea and cake, then pipes, tobacco, and brandy punch. Then the widow alone began to cry. Such a lovely corpse did you ever see. Must you Tim a morning, why did you die? Will you howl your crops as Molly Maggie? Whack full of dough with your dance to your partners around the floor with a throat and shake. Isn't it the truth? I tell you, lots of fun and Finnegan's wake. Well, Mary Murphy took up the job, and Biddy she see her wrong, I'm sure. Well, Biddy fetched her a belt in the gob and left her sprawling on the floor. While civil war did then engage, woman to woman and man to man. Shillelagh law was all the rage, and a row and eruption soon began. Whack full of dough with your dance to your partners around the floor with your throat and shake. Isn't it the truth? I tell you, lots of fun and Finnegan's awake. Well, Tim Malone, he ducked his head when the bottle of whiskey flew at him. He ducked and landed on the bed. The whiskey scatters over Tim. I'll be daddy revives and see how he rises. Tim Finnegan rising in the bed, saying 20 your whiskey around like blazes. Be the tunded and Jesus, do you think I'm dead? Whack full of dough with your dance to your partners around the floor with your throat and shake. Isn't it the truth? I tell you, lots of fun at Finnegan's awake. We'd like to take you to a part of Dublin that is probably not in any guidebook. It is bounded on one side by Gardiner Street, on another by Sheriff Street, and on another by the far-famed Gloucester Diamond. Now, in the middle of all this area, there was a street called Montgomery Street. The whole area has since been closed down by the Legion of Mary, I believe. Because at one time, it was one of the most famous red light districts in Europe. And that's probably why it's not in your guidebook. Anyway, his name of the song is The Mento.
Well, if you've got a wing, oh, take her up to Ringo, where the waxy sing, oh, all the day. If you've had your fill of porter and you can't go any further, just give your man the order, back to the quay, and take her up to Monto, 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 take her up to Monto, Langaroo, to you. You heard about your pastor, the dirty old impostor. He took a mutton laster up the four-eat lamb. He first put on his bowler, then he buttoned up his trousers, and he whistled for a growler, and he says, "My man, take me up to Monto, 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 take me up to Monto, Langaroo, to you." He told and skinned the goat, old Donald put him on the boat. He wished he'd never been afloat the dirty skies. It wasn't very sensible to tell on the invincibles. They stuck aboard the principles day and night. Be going up to Monto, 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 be going up to Monto, Langaroo, to you. You've seen the Dublin Fusiliers, the dirty old Fusiliers. The wet you get the childer, 1, 2, 3. Marching from the linen hall, there's one for every cannonball, and Vicky's got the senders all over the sea. But let's go up to Monto, 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 let's go up to Monto, Langaroo, to you. And when the Sararusha and the King of Prussia landed in the Phoenix in the big balloon, they asked the Garda band to play the wedding in the green, but the voters in the depot didn't know the tune. So they opened up to Monto, 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 opened up to Monto, Langaroo, to you.
You may notice that we have left out a word. We were advised against singing it in case somebody would come along and be insulted. Now, somebody hasn't come yet, whoever he is. And there was a suggestion made last year that all the books written by Irish authors, which are banned in this country, should be printed in Irish. And this would be a great incentive for the Irish people to learn their own language. We make our contribution now with this verse.
The Queen, she came to call on us, she wanted to see all of us, and that she didn't fall on us, she's 18 stone. Mr. Me, Lord Mayor, she is the all you've got to show to me. Why no, but there's some more to see. Ho, ma, ho, and he took her up to Monto, 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 took her up to Monto, Langaroo, ho, dee-dee-dee, my whole Well, you've heard about the Indians with their tomahawks and spears, and of the UN warriors, the heroes of recent years. Also I might mention the British Grenadiers. Well, none of them were in it with the Dublin Fusiliers. You've heard about the Light Brigade and of the deeds they've done, and of the other regiments that many victories won. The pride of all the armies, the Boons and Carabineers, was that noble band of warriors, the Dublin Fusiliers. And we are left on the right about face, this is the way we go. Charging with mixed pain, it's the terror of every foe. The glory to Ireland, proud as buccaneers, and a terror to creation are the Dublin Fusiliers. Well, you've heard about the war wars between the Russians and the Brits. The Tsar one day was reading an old copy of Tidbits, and when the general came to him and threw himself down in tears, we'd better run back like blazes, here's the Dublin Fusiliers. The Tsar commenced to tremble and eat the he's under lip. We got a buy, says he, I think we'd better take the tip. Them devils come from Dublin, and to judge from what I hear, is they're demons of militiamen. The Dublin Fusiliers, we are left, turn the right about face. This is the way we go, charging with fixed pain. It's the terror of every foe. A glory to Ireland, as proud as buccaneers, and a terror to creation are the Dublin Fusiliers. Well, the sergeant cried, get ready lads, lay down his sword and gun. Take off your shoes and stockings, boys, and when I tell yous run. They didn't stop but started, and amidst cheering and cheers came a shower of bricks and bullets from the Dublin Fusiliers. The time that Julius Caesar tried to land down at Ringsend, the Coast Guard couldn't stop us over the Dublins they did send. And just as they were landing, lads, they heard cheering and cheers, get back to Rome like blazes here's the Dublin Fusiliers. We are left, turn the right about face. This is the way we go, charging with fixed blade. It's the terror of every foe. Glory to Ireland, proud as buccaneers, and a terror to creation are the Dublin Fusiliers.
Song you should know very well, and don't forget you are being recorded. Join in, for God's sake. Oh, they say that the lakes of Killarney are fair. No stream like the Liffey could ever compare. If it's water you want, you'll get nothing more rare than the stuff they make down by the ocean. The sea, oh, the sea, oh, sure guarantee that somehow we'll be free. Thank God we're surrounded by water. Tom Moore made these waters meet fame and renown. A great lover of anything dressed in a crown. Ted Brandy, the bandy, old Saxon he drowned and thrown everyone into the ocean. The sea, oh, the sea, oh, Graham, I believe. Love me, about 10 pence a week, provided no hard word on England they speak. Oh Lord, what a price for devotion. The sea, oh Goliath, the bleak, long may you stay between England and me. It's a sure guarantee that somehow we'll be free. Thank God we're surrounded by water. The Danes came to Ireland with nothing to do but dream of the plundered our Irish they slew. Well, you willed in your Vikings and Brian Barrow, and he threw them back into the ocean. The sea, oh Goliath, the bleak, long may you stay between England and me. It's a sure guarantee that somehow we'll be free. Thank God we're surrounded by water. Two foreign old monarchs in battle did join, each wanting his head on the back of a coin. If the Irish had sense, they'd drown both in the mine and partition throw into the ocean. The sea, oh Goliath, the bleak, long may you stay between England and me. It's a sure guarantee that somehow we'll be free. Thank God we're surrounded by water. As down the glen came McAlpine, with a shovel slung behind them. As in the pub and they drank the sub, and up in the spike you'll find them. They sweated blood and they washed down mud with pints and a course of beer. And now we're on the road again with McAlpine's Fusiliers. I stripped to the skin with daggy fin, way down upon the Isle of Grain. With horse-faced tool, that I knew the rule, no money if you stop on rain. McAlpine's gone with a well-filled horn, your shoulders cut to bits and seams. And woe to he who went to look for tea with McAlpine's Fusiliers. I remember the day that the Bear O'Shea fell into a Cockerage stairs. What Horseface said when he saw him dead, well, it wasn't what the rich call prayers. My man of his shirt with a watery tart that reached on to my ears. When the going is rough, well, you must be tough with McAlpine's Fusiliers. I've worked till the sweat has had me bet with Russian, Czech and Pole, and shuddering jams up in the Hydro dams or underneath the Thames in a hall. I grafted hard and I've got to be cards, and many a ganger's fist across me ears. If you pride of your life, don't join by Christ with McAlpine's Fusiliers.
Good evening, all me jolly lads, I'm glad to find you well. If you'll gather all around me now, the story I will tell. For I've got the situation, and me gar and me gob. I can whisper I've the weekly wage of 19 bob. 'Tis 12 months come October since I left me native home, after helping in Killarney boys to bring the harvest down. But now I wear the gansy and around me waist the belt. I am the gaffer at the squad that makes the hot asphalt. Well, we laid it in the hollows and we laid it in the flat, and if it doesn't last forever, sure I swear I like me hat. Well, I wandered up and down the world, but sure I've never felt any surface that was equal to the hot asphalt. The other night a copper comes and he says to me, Maguire, would you kindly let me light me pipe down at your pile of fire? Well, he planks himself straight down and with hobnails up to late. Here says I, me decent man, you better go and mind your bait. He ups and yells, I'm down on you, I'm up to all your pranks. Don't I know you for a traitor from the temporary ranks? Boys, I hit straight from the shoulder and I gave him such a belt that I knocked him into the boiler full of hot asphalt. Well, we laid it in the hollows and we laid it in the flat, and if it doesn't last forever, sure I swear I'd ate me hat. Well, I wandered up and down the world, but sure I've never felt any surface that was equal to the hot asphalt. We quickly dragged him out again and we threw him in the tub, and with soap and warm water we began to rub and scrub. But devil the thing it hardened and it turned him hard as stone, and with every other rupture you could hear the copper ground. I'm thinking, says O'Reilly, that he's looking like old Nick, and burn me if I'm not inclined to claim him with me pick. Now, says I, it would be easier to boil him till he melts, and to stir him nice and easy in the hot asphalt. Well, we laid it in the hollows and we laid it in the flat, and if it doesn't last forever, sure I swear I'd ate me hat. Well, I wandered up and down the world, but sure I've never felt any surface that was equal to the hot asphalt. You may talk about your sailor lads, ballad singers and the rest, your shoemakers and your tailors, but we plays the ladies best. The only ones who know the way their flinty hearts will melt are the lads around the boiler making hot asphalt. With rubbing and with scrubbing, sure they caught me death of cold. For scientific purposes, me body it was sold in the Kelvin Grove Museum. Me boys, I'm hanging in me belt as a monument to the Irish making hot asphalt. Well, we laid it in the hollows and we laid it in the flat, and if it doesn't last forever, sure I swear I'd ate me hat. Well, I wandered up and down the world, but sure I've never felt any surface that was equal to the hot asphalt.
You know, your man Luke is a communist. He gives pennies to the poor and everything. So, for the ladies and gentlemen in the audience, not mentioning certain people, or not, we will sing have a little bit of religion. In the land of Local lived an old saint, renowned for his learning and piety. His manners was curious and quaint, until looked upon guided with disparity. He was fond of reading a book when he could get one to his wishes. He was fond of casting his hook in among the young fishes. Well, one evening he landed a trout. He landed a fine big trout, sir, when Kathleen from over the way came to see what the old monk was about, sir. Well, get out of me way, said the saint, for I am a man of great piety, and me good manners I wouldn't taint, not be mixing with female society. But Kitty, she wouldn't give in, And when he got home to his rockery, he found she was seated therein, a polishing up his old crockery. Well, he gave the poor cradle a shake, and I wish that a garter had caught him, for he threw her right into the lake. I mean, he started to pull
Will you come to the bower or the free boundless ocean where stupendous waves roll in thunder and motion, where the mermaids are seen and the wild tempest gathers to love there in the green, the dear land of our fathers? Will you come? Will you come to the bower? Will you come to the land of O'Neill and O'Donnell, of Lord Lucan of old and the immortal O'Connell, where Brian chased the Dane and St. Patrick the Vermin, and whose valleys remain still most beautiful and charming? Will you come? Will you come to the bower? You can visit Benmore and the storied Blackwater, where O'Nroe met Monroe and his chieftains that slaughter, where the lambs sport and play on the mossy all over, from those bright golden views to enchanting Rostrevor. Will you come? Will you come the bower. You can see Dublin city and the fine groves of Blarney, the Banboyne, the Pillar and the lakes of Killarney. You can ride on the tide or the broad majestic Shannon. You can sail round Lough Neagh and see storied Dungannon. Will you come, will you come to the bower? Visit New Ross, Gallant, Wexford and Gorey, where the green was last seen by proud Saxon and Tory, where the soil is sanctified by the blood of each true man, where they died satisfied their enemies they would not run from. Will you come, will you come to the bower? Will you come and awake our dear land from its slumber, and her fetters we will break, links that long have encumbered, and the air will resound with hosannas to greet you. On the shore will be found gallant Irishmen to meet you. Will you come, will you come to the bower? We had to preface the little song that we sang about Nelson, and we were looking through some books of poetry, Irish poetry, and we came across a poem by Louis MacNeice, poet and, as it turns out, prophet. A poem called Dublin, just simply Dublin, and this is the first verse of the poem. Is that recorded, Nat? Grey brick upon brick, the clamatory bronze on sombre pedestals, O'Connell, Grattan, Moore. And brewery tugs and swans on the balustraded stream, and the bare bones of a fanlight over a hungry door. And a soft wind on the cheek, and porter from the taps with heads of yellow cream, and Nelson on his pillar, watching his world collapse.
Took a powder and he blew.